All right, I'm wearing pink because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Have you ever any in your family? Tell them to do the routine exams. It helps. It saves lives. Highly recommend it. Now let's get into the video. All right, now that we got some sunlight, what's everybody up to today? All right, so let's get into small business ownership. What do you want to call it? Issue 1442. How about that? So we're actually, this is the addition, and we are getting on the roof. So see up here, customer wants a hip roof, which if you guys look, this is the hip roof right here going that way, but there's been 3 additions to this house since then, so it's all jacked up. We did our measurements, found center, and each ridge is a different angle. No ridge is the same. Obviously that ridges were gonna be brand new, so we can make it whatever we want to. And I just put these up, kind of take a picture, show the customer the different angle of each ridge. So, and they wanted, this is the customer that's pretty OCD, so I explained to him, all right, OCD has a price. If you want it done right, where all the angles match, we've got to completely tear off everything and redo the angles for this completely, all around, redo the framing so that all these ridges match up to one main area, and you get yourself your hip roof. So, because, well, otherwise it's not going to happen. So you got this valley that went into the, obviously the old area, but we have a flat area now because that's where the new addition is. So we're gonna bring that ridge in the corner all the way up, and then from here to here. So it's not, that one's not a big deal, but you got it. I think this one's about 3 degrees off from this one, and this one's about 4 degrees off from these other 2. So it is what it is. I let them know, hey, this is your choices. We can either make it work. It's not going to be, you're not going to be able to put a, say a 30-foot level on here and it's going to be exactly as true, because we're going to have to adjust the pitch, but it's going to work. Or we can tear everything out, completely redo it, and then everything's going to be perfect. Not that we have the manpower or time to do that this year, but that's the next option, because you got the little dog leg right here anyway. So we'd come straight off that one, straight up. Actually, no, we wouldn't, because we would bring it over some, because that one would come straight into here, which doesn't make sense. So, all right, issue you're having when you're doing remodeling and all that good stuff. And the customer has friends that came up here and just drew out what I was already trying to draw out and saying, hey, just make a hip roof. And then it's cool, yeah, sweet, but you're not taking any angles, no math involved. You got to actually, it's one thing to say, just, have a yes person to just tell you, yeah, it can be done. And then the other person who's actually doing the work saying, hey, yeah, it can be done, but it's going to be at a cost. So in case you guys are wondering, complete tear off, that's sheathing, that's trusses, redoing all the trusses, not trusses, I don't think there's trusses in here, redoing all the framing to get everything. You're looking between $15,000 and $20,000 with the adjusted lumber pricing. But instead, we're just going to basically run one off here, adjust the angles, bring it to the center point. We have our center point right down there. You can see the line. The other one, I'm not sure exactly. Oh, that was the opposite. If we want to do the hip roof this way, or we want to do it this, the ridge this way. So there you go. So that's, crazy, things you don't really think about. So basically, we're making that. That's what the customer wants. You see the garage where it comes up, comes over, comes down. That was all built at one time. You can see there's no additions to it except for the back end, which is almost flat. So we can get there from here. It's just going to cost money. So customer decided to save their budget, just basically not wing it, but adjust the angles as needed. And it's not going to be, it's not going to be completely symmetrical and bring the ridge straight across. You just tie it into the existing and sheath it and be done with it. So fun times. Yeah, I love tarps. Wasn't supposed to rain today, but we got some sprinkles, so that's always fun when you're doing roofs. I guess that's about it, guys. Yeah, it's October too, so we're obviously, by the intro of the video, you guys know we're running out of time for the year. So I think that is all. I have for this. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, anything you guys have done before. Hip roofs are super easy. I mean they're not a gable, but they're, you know, they're pretty easy. But when you're dealing with addition after addition and no angle is actually the same, we spent probably half a day with math calculators trying to make it work, and can't get there from here. No, not with what the angles are provided. So yeah, like and subscribe, you guys. I will see you on the next video. All right, so you guys saw the roof area. Customer wanted it done a certain way, and the angles aren't matching up. She has somebody else that was going to do the actual sheathing, or the actual shingles. So I asked her, hey, why don't you just have him do the roof as well if he's super confident that the angles will match up. She agreed. I got that off my plate and give her credit for the labor that I'm obviously not doing, and I'm not going to bill her for it. But the other guy is not under my business. I'm not sure if he's even, you know, insured or anything. That's on them completely. So she's acting like as the GC for that job. Absolutely. We're both on the same page. It saves me, not only does it save me time, I can go other job sites, because right now we're crazy, like triple, quadruple booked right now for the same time, just because of delays and everything like that. So I can get everybody else on something else, get caught up, and it just, you know, absolutely, it just frees me up so much. It's great. So I can get the job done. It just, you know, it's nice not having to do it, for sure. So they want to use my equipment, my dump trailer, for obviously debris removal, and they want to use the materials that are already on site, since I already got them on site. So I'm billing the customer for that. So just giving a credit for the labor that I'm not obviously providing the customer. So that's great. I will say it's great saying no to customers, firing customers, raising your prices. I had a customer from like 4 years ago, one of my first ever, I think it was 3 or 4, yeah, for sure. You know, reached out to me. He's like, hey, I need this done, this done, this done. I gave him my price. I haven't heard. I'm assuming, since obviously I've raised my prices substantially since then. I gave him the price. Haven't heard from him. I'm assuming, you know, it's way too expensive for him, because there's certain people who are like that. It's absolutely, it's the gist of it. Don't be afraid to lose customers. Absolutely. Don't be afraid to say no. Absolutely be picky about the people you work with. I think I found a good tile sub contractor. He did there's one job I'm working on, really like it. I'll throw some pictures up maybe if I think of it, but it's fantastic. He's great. He's actually found me on YouTube because he just bought a trailer, and he told me, he's like, I was searching for how to, you know, build up my trailer, and then I found you. So it was kind of funny. But yeah, definitely be very picky with your customers. And it's okay to tell them no. It's okay to say, you know, this job's not for me. I'm too busy. And you can also price yourself out of the job as well. I have another customer where they wanted me to, it's a commercial preschool. They want me to pre-wire and for low voltage. And I basically just gave them, I looked at the plans. They sent me the plans. I looked at them. I mean, it's nothing crazy. You know, one NVR, like probably 15 drops, including the data and phone, and one coax for one TV spot. Super easy, but it's in Novi, which is about 30 minutes away from me, and I just don't want to, you know, these kind of jobs, it's always, you know, going back to troubleshoot stuff. They got palm readers, they've got, you know, buzz law, you know, it's not crazy, but I don't want to be the phone call that if they can't get into it, something malfunctions. I just don't want that. I priced myself out of it, and I actually referred it to, I gave another number of the local area, low voltage, that has more than means. They're a bigger operation for low voltage, and well, far bigger than I am. So, I mean, hey, I don't need every job in the world, for sure. So, but I will say, it's great to say no to customers, tell them exactly what's going on, and just be upfront with them. You know, just it's a winning process for sure, because, man, I mean, you don't want to jump through hoops. Right now, I got like 5 jobs going at one time because of delays, and it's really draining. I don't ever want to be in this position again. Stuff's getting done, but I'll have 1 and 2 drop off this coming week, which is great. And then I can, you know, we can work with it. I've got 2 subcontractors that are working out pretty good. I've got my full-time employee, and then I've got one other guy as well, my tile and drywall guy. So, and he's got his own helper as well. So it's going to be working out. Found some quality. Now, I will say, there's a couple of jobs I had, and I actually reached out to other contractors in my area. I think I called about 10, maybe 9 or 10. And the reason why is because nobody picks up their phone, and nobody called me back. I think I got 1 call back just saying they're too busy basically. But nobody's, you know, these are legit businesses who actually have some websites. Some of them are, you know, smaller, but you know, they had websites, they had Google reviews. No callbacks, absolutely no callbacks. And I wasn't, you know, it's not like they could pre-screen me. I just said, hey, this is me, I'm looking to get a job done, give me a call back, here's my number. That's basically what it was. No callbacks. So either we're crazy busy, which I know it's true, and or that's why I'm busy, is because I return phone calls and I actually pick up my phone. You know, I've had a couple times where I see a number, I'll answer it, hey, you know, blah, blah. I'm not going to say my new business name yet, but you know, hey, this is Richard. And then they're like, oh, hey, you know, they're expecting a voicemail. They're expecting, you know, maybe Indian person to pick up the phone. I don't know. So that's all I got for right now, guys. So, you know, be mindful, you know, do good work, you know, customers are not always your best friend, and not everyone's your customer. I mean, there's a lot of people who not even remotely my customer. So like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. I appreciate it.